A warm greetings to all dear friends and passionate well-wishers committed to the care of our environment. It's a great joy to invite Miss M.S. Leena Kenisha, a student from Loyola Academy, Secunderabad, to graciously anchor today's episode on the 10 Green Commandments. Welcome, madam.
Thank you, sir. Greetings to all the esteemed viewers of Divyavani TV. A warm and gracious welcome to this episode 5 on the 5th Green Commandment called Acknowledge the Human Roots of the Crisis of a Common Home. We express our heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation to their eminences, the cardinals, and to all the bishops and archbishops of the TCBC and CBCI for their dedicated and selfless service to the people of India. May the inspiring leadership continue to bear abundant fruit for our beloved and blessed nation, India. In praise of the Creator who has lovingly gifted the earth, a common home, to all humanity, the students of St. Pius High School will now present a devotional dance of performance.
సృష్టిని చేసిన దైవమా ఈశ్వరా పరమేశ్వరా అద్భుత సృష్టిని చేసిన దైవమా వాక్కుతో ప్రేమతో సకల విశ్వాన్ని కలిగించితివి వాక్కుతో ప్రేమతో సకల విశ్వాన్ని కలిగించితివి సకల జీవుల సంరక్షణను మాకొసగితివి సకల జీవుల సంరక్షణను మాకొసగితివి సృష్టి ప్రదాత వందనము జీవనదాత వందనము మహిమాన్విత తేజ వందనము వందనం ప్రభు వందనం వందనం ప్రభు వందనం వందనం ప్రభు వందనం వందనం ప్రభు వందనం.
A sincere thanks to students and staff of St. Pius High School for the beautiful and inspiring performance. It is now our honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to His Excellency, Most Reverend Ivan Pereira, Bishop of Jammu and Srinagar and Chairman of the Commission for Environment and Climate Change, CBCI, to kindly grace this episode with a special introductory address and blessings.
His Holiness Pope Francis has gifted the Church and the world with the landmark encyclical title Laudato Si, reminding us that the earth is not merely a resource to be exploited, but a sacred gift entrusted to our care. Reverend Father Dr. Joseph Strom, Director of the Celestial University, Rome, has authored a profound and inspiring commentary on Laudato Si, presenting its message in the form of the 10 Green Commandments. Mr. M.D. Vincent, a renowned Telugu writer, has not only translated this work into Telugu, but also has taken the remarkable initiative of creatively presenting it in visual form through 10 television episodes. These episodes have received wide appreciation and blessings from Telugu Catholic Bishops' Council, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India, and even the Vatican. I sincerely appreciate and thank Mr. M.D. Vincent, as well as the generous sponsors, and especially Divyavani TV, who have now jointly undertaken the ambitious mission of presenting these episodes in 22 Indian languages as well as in several international languages. I warmly invite generous individuals, heads of the institutions, foundations, and all people of goodwill to come forward and support this unique global educational initiative, an effort aimed at enlightening hearts and minds across the world to preserve and protect our Mother Earth, our common home.
We thank Your Excellency for those inspiring and thought-provoking introductory words. We now have the honor of inviting Reverend Father J. Vijay Kumar Reddy, SJ, Principal, Loyal Academy Junior College, Alwal, Secunderabad, to enlighten us on the fifth Green Commandment, acknowledge the human roots of crisis of a common home, which is being steadily destroyed. Let us listen with attentive minds and open hearts.
Acknowledge the human roots of the crisis of our common home. Today I invite you to journey with me through a detailed exploration of this commandment. We will examine first the human or anthropogenic nature of the ecological crisis. Next, we will explore the dominant technocratic paradigm that shapes much of our modern behavior and decision making. We will then investigate the deeper conceptual roots of this paradigm, modern anthropocentrism and the mechanistic view of nature. Finally, we will reflect on the imperative for a cultural, spiritual and moral transformation, a radical shift in our collective consciousness if we are truly care for our common home. Point number 1. The anthropogenic character of the crisis. The first point I wish to make is perhaps the most fundamental. The crisis of our common home is human caused. The term anthropogenic is used to emphasize that the climate change, biodiversity loss and environmental degradation we witness today are not random natural events. They are the results of human activity, industrial development and economic decisions. Yet, despite overwhelming scientific evidence, some still deny this reality. Pope Francis rightly considers these attitudes as irresponsible and self-destructive. To deny our role in the destruction of our planet is to deny the very responsibility that is necessary for its restoration. Human activity, burning of fossil fuels, industrial agriculture, deforestation, overfishing and excessive consumption is the engine driving the current ecological crisis. Scientific studies show that most of the global warming observed over the past century is due to human emissions of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide. Similarly, human activity is accelerating the loss of species on a scale not seen in the tens of millions of years. Each year, thousands of plant and animal species disappear primarily because of deforestation, habitat destruction and pollution caused by humans. Nobel laureate Paul J. Crutzen emphasizes that our species has unprecedented power to shape the planet for better or worse. Lynn White, writing in 1967, observed, "Surely no creature other than man has ever managed to foul its nest in such short order." This observation is even more relevant today. Humanity is not only exploiting natural resources, but fundamentally destabilizing the very systems that sustain life, forests, oceans, rivers and the atmosphere itself. Our hands are on the levers of the planet. and the decisions we make are felt at every level of creation. Recognizing the anthropogenic nature of the crisis is not about assigning blame alone, it is about taking responsibility, which is the first step toward repair. Just as a patient cannot treat a disease they refuse to acknowledge, humanity cannot hope to restore the balance of the natural world if we deny our role in its destabilization. Point number 2, the technocratic paradigm, having acknowledged that humans are the primary cause of the crisis, Pope Francis asks a deeper question: why have you acted in ways that damage our home? The answer, he suggests, lies in the dominant technocratic paradigm that governs much of modern society. Technology in itself is a marvelous gift. It has brought us incredible advancements, improvements in medicine, transportation, communication, and infrastructure. It has enabled human creativity to flourish in ways unimaginable even a century ago. Pope Francis himself acknowledges that scientific and technological progress is a gift from God, a manifestation of our creativity and intelligence. However, technological power carries profound risks. When technology is used without ethical grounding, it can become a force of domination and destruction rather than stewardship and care. Think of the nuclear weapons that devastated cities in the 20th century, or the industrial processes that pollute our rivers and skies. Technology divorced from conscience can harm as much as it can heal. Pope Francis warns that this mindset has become globalized, shaping social norms, economic policies, and even cultural values. Consider the way technology shapes our lives today. Technology is no longer neutral, it has become a framework that conditions lifestyles and social possibilities, often in ways that we accept unconsciously. Pope Francis, drawing on the work of the theologian Romano Guardini, notes that humanity has never possessed so much power, yet we have not developed a corresponding sense of responsibility. The ability to change the climate, manipulate life itself, or reshape ecosystems carries moral weight. Without an ethical framework, this power can easily be misused. The technocratic paradigm, therefore, is both a tool and a trap. It has given humanity unprecedented capacity, yet it has also ensnared us in patterns of domination and exploitation. Understanding this is crucial if we hope to move toward a sustainable and just relationship with our planet. Point number 3, deeper conceptual roots. Anthropocentrism and mechanistic nature. Pope Francis identifies two deeper conceptual roots of the crisis: modern anthropocentrism and a mechanistic conception of nature. Anthropocentrism places humans at the center of creation. Nature is seen as a resource to be exploited for our benefit. Mountains, rivers, forests, and animals are valued primarily for what they can provide us. This view fosters domination rather than dialogue, consumption rather than stewardship. The mechanistic conception of nature complements this. Nature is seen as inert matter, a storehouse of resources waiting to be used. This mindset underpins much of modern industry, economics, and agriculture. It reduces the world to a collection of objects, ignoring the profound web of relationships that sustain life. They justify overconsumption, environmental degradation, and economic systems that prioritize profit over ecological sustainability. Without challenging these assumptions, technological or policy solutions alone cannot address the crisis. Imagine giving a powerful chainsaw to someone who sees a forest merely as timber. The tool itself is neutral, but the worldview of the user determines whether the forest is preserved or destroyed. Similarly, human ingenuity is neutral. It is the assumptions and values guiding its use that determine whether it heals or harms the earth. The fourth point, towards a cultural and spiritual transformation. Pope Francis calls for a radical cultural and spiritual transformation. We must move from exploitation to stewardship, from domination to dialogue with creation. Care for the earth is not an optional moral consideration, it is a fundamental ethical imperative. Policy, education, and systemic reforms must reflect the values of justice, sustainability, and solidarity. A true ecological conversion, Pope Francis argues, is both moral and spiritual. Our flourishing is inseparable from the flourishing of the earth and all its inhabitants. Conclusion. Green Commandment 5th is a call to honesty, responsibility, and transformation. The ecological crisis is human in origin. It stems from unexamined assumptions, from an unbalanced use of technology, and from values that place profit and power above justice and ecological stewardship. Recognizing this reality, we can restore balance to our common home. Pope Francis reminds us that the earth is not a commodity but a gift. We are not masters of creation but participants in a web of life. Let us embrace this vision. Let us take responsibility. The challenge is profound, but the call is clear. Acknowledge the human roots of the crisis and respond with wisdom, courage, and love. Our future, the future of our children, and the future of the entire earth depends on it.
Our sincere thanks to Reverend Father J. Vijay Kumar Reddy, S.J., Principal, Loyola Academy, Junior College, Alwal, Secunderabad, for the enlightening and deeply inspiring reflection. We are truly grateful for your valuable insights, Father, on the 5th Green Commandment.
Excellent. Let us now listen to the most important statement of this century from His Holiness Pope Leo XIV.
That billions of dollars are spent on killing, on devastation. The world is being ravaged. The masters of war pretend not to know that it takes only a moment to destroy. Yet often, a lifetime is often not enough to rebuild.
Welcome to Loyola Academy Junior College, a place where education shapes not just minds but lives. Our vision is clear: to impart education that nurtures academic excellence, spiritual growth, social responsibility, and value-based leadership. Our mission is simple yet profound: to form students as leaders in selfless service. Join Loyola and shape your future with purpose. Welcome to Loyola Academy, where knowledge meets character.
School of Commerce. We build strong foundations in business with real-world learning.
School of Sciences. Ignite innovation and practical problem-solving skills.
School of Arts and Humanities. A space for cultural expression and many more.
School of Management. Develop confident leaders ready for the corporate world.
School of Informatics. Students gain cutting-edge skills.
Campus life. Education goes beyond classrooms.
Join Loyola.
I now invite Reverend Father N. Shaurya Kishore, S.J., Parish Priest of St. Francis Xavier Parish, Alwal, Secunderabad, to kindly present a brief summary of the talk on the 5th Green Commandment, acknowledge the human roots of the crisis of our common home, which is being steadily destroyed. May summary help us to reflect once again more deeply on our shared responsibility towards creation.
Acknowledge the human roots of the crisis of our common home. Ladies and gentlemen, let us face it. We humans are kind of little toddlers in a candy store, except the candy is the planet instead of sugar. It is the forests, oceans and clean air. Pope Francis in Laudato Si basically says, hey humans, stop messing up with your own home. Yes, it turns out climate change, pollution and mass extinctions aren't Mother Nature's fault, they are yours. Surprise. Why are we so bad at this? Well, according to Pope Francis, we live in what he calls a technocratic paradigm. That's a fancy way of saying we have got all the tools, machines, gadgets and to be awesome. But we act like we are in a video game where everything is infinite. Nuclear bombs? Check. Climate warning factories? Check. Cutting down forests like they are decorative Lego sets? Check, check, check. And the roots even go deeper. We have combined ourselves that the earth exists only to serve us. Mountains, just big piles of rocks. Oceans, giant bathtubs. Trees, free air, purifiers. Humans are basically playing Sim Earth but with zero tutorial and no save button. So what's the fix? Pope Francis says we need an ecological conversion. Basically a giant wake up call, be responsible, care for the creation and maybe do not treat the planet like your personal buffet. Stop acting like toddler with candy, start acting like adult with sense. And maybe, just maybe, the earth will stop giving us the silent treatment in the form of hurricanes, wildfires and floods. In short, humans cause the mess. Humans can clean it up. Thank you.
Thanks to Reverend Father N. Shauri Kishore SJ, who powerfully reminded us that our shared home is in grave danger and warned that if neglected, we risk leaving behind a world unfit for future generations. His clear and thoughtful explanation of these urgent concerns deserve our deepest appreciation. Thank you, Father. Based on the fifth Green Commandment, acknowledge the human roots of the crisis of a common home, the student of St. Pius High School will now present a thematic dance performance.
పచ్చని 10 ఆజ్ఞలుగా పదిలంగా పాటించుము సోదరా. అరే పచ్చని 10 ఆజ్ఞలుగా పదిలంగా పాటించుము సోదరా. ఓ సోదరా, అందు 5వ ఆజ్ఞ ఇదియేరా, ప్రతిఘటించు దుష్ట ప్రేరణలను. అందు 5వ ఆజ్ఞ ఇదియేరా, ప్రతిఘటించు దుష్ట ప్రేరణలను. ధ్వంసము చేయుట మానుమురా, విధ్వంసము మానుమురా, రక్షణకై శ్రమించరా, పరిరక్షణ చేయుమురా, పరిరక్షణ చేయుమురా, పరిరక్షణ చేయుమురా, పరిరక్షణ చేయుమురా.
As we come to the close of today's inspiring episode, we offer our heartfelt and profound gratitude to their eminences, the cardinals and all the bishops and archbishops of TCBC and CBCI for their visionary leadership and dedicated service to our beloved nation, Bharat. I thank His Excellency Most Reverend Ivan Pereira, Bishop of Jammu and Srinagar and Chairman of the Commission for Environment and Climate Change, CBCI, for his gracious present, insightful introduction, constant encouragement and pastoral blessings. We thank Reverend Father J. Vijay Kumar Reddy, SJ, Principal, Loyola Academy, Junior College, Alwal, Secunderabad for his powerful and thought-provoking message on the fifth Green Commandment. We thank Reverend Father N. Shauri Kishore, SJ, Parish Priest of St. Francis Xavier Parish, Alwal, Secunderabad for presenting a clear and meaningful summary of today's reflection. We thank Sister Linda, CSA, Principal of St. Pius High School, Ramnagar, along with the talented and dedicated students for this beautiful devotional dance performance. We thank Reverend Father Lurdu Raju, SJ, CEO of Divyavani Social Communications. We thank Reverend Father Prashant, Program Director, and the entire team of Divyavani TV, whose tireless efforts make this mission possible. We thank Mr. M.D. Vincent, producer, scriptwriter, and director for this inspiring series, and our sincere appreciation to all our generous advertisers and sponsors whose financial support strengthens and sustains this noble environment initiative. Dear viewers, this earth is not an inheritance for our ancestors alone. It is a sacred trust we hold our future generations. If a common home is being steadily destroyed, shall we not begin today itself to protect, preserve and heal it? Let us act with responsibility. Let us live with awareness. Let us protect our common home. Join us next week at the same time as we explore the sixth Green Commandment. Until then, keep watching Divyavani TV. Thank you.
For all the creatures of this earth, for not one of them is forgotten in your sight. Enlighten those who possess power and money, that they may avoid the sin of indifference, that they may love the common good, advance the weak, and care for this world in which we live. The poor and the earth are crying out, O Lord, seize us with your power and light. Help us to protect all life, to prepare for a better future, for the coming of your kingdom of justice, peace, love and beauty. Praise be to you. Amen.